Let's learn a couple of new rudiments. The first rudiment at the top of lesson 9 that we're going to learn is called the single stroke 7. Now this really is kind of a no-brainer because the single stroke 4 and the single stroke 7 use exactly the same techniques, just nice relaxed rebound strokes. Remember that when we started the single stroke 4 we learned how to sing it first. Dig-it-da-da, dig-it-da-da, dig-it-da-da. Single stroke 7, sing it as well, just add another dig-it-da, dig-it-da-dig-it-da-da, dig-it-da-dig-it-da-da. Essentially, I'm just going to play what I sing. Now, the single stroke 7 is an alternating rudiment, meaning I started on the right hand the first time, the left hand on the second time. So, here's what it looks like on the drum. Nice, relaxed rebound strokes that are all even and smooth. Right hand sounds exactly like my left hand. So it's pretty easy exercise or a rudiment to learn. Just go ahead and add that to your daily practice session. The next rudiment, the Flam Paradiddle, is pretty difficult. In fact, a lot of people say it is the most difficult rudiment to play. This is why I've broken it down into 2 lessons. We're going to learn the first step in lesson 9. We'll finish it up in lesson 10. So the first step is getting to where we can play great sounding flams without lifting the grace note. Now remember, when we learned how to play the alternating flam, we always used the upstroke on our grace note. So it looked like this. So that way we're always in preparation for our next flam. Now the Flam Paradiddle does not do that. So there's a little bit of unlearning that you have to do with this rudiment. And this is why we're going to start slowly. First thing I want you to do is practice playing a right hand flam, but leave the left hand close to the drum. Making sure that every one of my flams looks and sounds correct. Flam, not fa-lam, not pop. Right? Do the same thing off the left hand. Essentially, I'm just dropping that grace note from about a 1-inch height. Now the next step of this is to play an upstroke on the opposite hand. Now remember, on the paradiddle, when I play the paradiddle, I have a downstroke on the right hand followed by an upstroke on the left hand. Flam Paradiddle is the same thing, but now I'm adding the flam. So I have a right hand flam followed by a left hand upstroke. Looks like this. Now that's pretty difficult. We've been doing flam taps, so you're so used to going right, right, that a lot of students will do that. So you have to say to yourself, right, left. Practice just doing that for a couple of minutes. Then you're set up to do the same thing on the opposite hand. Left, right. Right, left. We're just going to go back and forth. So here's what the exercise looks like. Rest, rest. Rest, rest. Rest, rest. Rest, rest. May look very simple, but it's just getting used to not playing an upstroke on each one of those grace notes that's a little bit difficult because we've trained our muscles to do something correctly on one rudiment. The next rudiment has you do something completely different. So a little bit of unlearning to be able to learn this one correct. So practice that stage for this entire lesson. In lesson number 10, we'll add the taps that finish the Flam Paradiddle. In our next video lesson, we're going to learn a duet for 2 players.